This is a hard video today. I've been wanting to say something, and my emotions, quite frankly, have been a roller coaster. I have spoken to several friends. I have reached out to family members, checking on them to see if they're okay. Not because of the virus, but because of the mental plague, the psychological hurt, the sheer frustration as we are trying to stay politically correct and calm and friendly to our diverse circle. It's been hard. There have been tears. I'm thankful to those that are so close to me that I can be me. This video was hard to do because all I kept thinking of was, if I post it on my social media, I'm supposed to be on brand. Well, part of my brand is me. Part of me is being a leader. And quite frankly, being a leader is showing an example. Because I speak about leadership development and I help people with their strategies and solutions, I always address the human part of us that reacts, and how we have to control ourselves because of other people who cannot. And more so, as a woman of color, we have to have even more control. As leaders right now, no matter what the color, we have to be strong. Maybe your companies don't want you to say certain things for legality. Maybe HR is directing you just to issue the company statement and go with that. And maybe even if there are questions, to send them to the link, send them to the Employee Resource Center. As someone who has risen up through the ranks, from secretary to CEO of my own firm, and being in various leadership positions in corporate America, having seats at the table, sometimes you have to break protocol. Sometimes you need to say more. Sometimes you need to pick up the phone and just be human. Sometimes you need to not stay in the box, but reach outside and really let someone know that you care. If you do. One thing that you should not do is say empty things that we know have no weight, no integrity, no sincerity. As a woman of color, I have seen the lies from when I was a child to an adult. I'm thankful that I could recognize them. So do not add hurt to more injury, or injury to more hurt, whichever way you want to look at it, and say things that you really don't mean. One thing that I've always said through the years is, you may not understand how I feel, but respect it. And as a leader, whether you understand it, you need to respect it. And if watching 9 minutes of a video, some of the videos are even longer because they capture two parts or two different videos put together to show the full activity, from the approach of George Floyd until his last breath, and then the silence. If you don't have a heart for that, because you really don't care for people of color, and you're glad he's gone, just be silent. One thing that I do know is people that believe that they're celebrating the death of people that look like me, they're not free. They'll never be free. They may think they're free, but that's just a trick of the enemy. To leaders that need to support their staff, continue to do so. Everything is not over when you open back up. Everything is not over when you go back to work. Everything is not over on Monday. Those that don't know what to say or do, you can simply say that. I don't know what to say or do, but I'm here. And when they're here, when you're here, just listen. Sometimes it's not even about understanding. If you listen and you're open and you have a real heart, you'll understand. I have been through different situations that were challenging. Things that would have affected my staff more than I. Things that would have affected their lives and their livelihood. And I just remember when I was them. If you're not a person of color, you may not be able to understand that. But I implore you, as they talk on the phone, to close your eyes and imagine you being them in their words. I implore you to take a step out of yourself. Close your eyes and listen and think of you and your family. Think of your parents and your grandparents, and if you were them. And don't think about it from your perspective of what you've enjoyed and what you've had access to, but just listen to the words. Because it's the stories that bind us. Please do not say that you understand, because while many of you have been distraught and cried tears after watching a horrific video and saw other information that you probably would have otherwise ignored, it's something that we live every day. 6 figures, millionaires, billionaires, the same fears follow us every day. Walking a certain way, responding a certain way, has been ingrained in us since we were children, and we still have to do. We are not always free in society, even when we think we are. Be a leader. Stand up. Listen, so that you just don't say, I understand. How are you today? We're hurt. We're frustrated. We're tired of being tired. A friend of mine reached out to me and said, my heart is with you. How are you? I said, I'm tired of being tired. And I just totally regurgitated in a text and just poured out the raw feelings, the raw emotions, the raw pain. You may not fully understand, but respect the feeling that we have, and close your eyes and just take a chance and imagine. Leaders who are doing everything that you can, I applaud you. Continue the work and pray for each other for the strength to continue on. Because the pain happens again and again and again. The frustration comes through sometimes in our work, and it's beyond being able to control ourselves and being able to separate it and leaving it at the door. Because wherever I go, I look just like I am right now, a brown woman in America. My accomplishments sometimes don't mean anything to anyone. I have found that there are times they love me because of what I bring, and they hate me because of what I bring. I can't change me. I can just be authentically and unapologetically excellent in all that I do. As a leader, I have learned to separate. And the past few months, it has been harder and harder to do so. But in all that I do, I will continue to serve my clients, take care of my family, support my community, as I always have done, as I've always been raised to do. And I ask that all leaders do the same and step up and do more. Rest in peace, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and the countless others who have been taken away from us far too soon because of people that have something in their heart that is not positive, it's not pure, and it's not of love. Thank you.